Yeah. Hello, Ron. Yes, and it's not another minute. I'm just about to open it up now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Good morning,
Well, good morning. Is that I heard a what? Okay, here we
Susan.
go. Is that Susan? I think.
Yes, sir.
Hi, hello.
Good morning, Martin.
Good morning.
It is 9:30.
Hear me?
Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Martin.
Good morning, Lawrence.
Good morning. The ripples are somewhere. Good morning. All right. Let's do this. So, good morning, everybody. Happy Easter. It is it is April the 3rd. I'm just letting these people in. Martin, could I make you co-host and you let
Of
people in,
course.
please? Oh, okay, the ripples. Ron, Carol, I need somebody co-hosting here for to let
We'll
people in.
co-host.
Okay. There's a bunch of people coming in at the last minute. Good morning, Dr. Purvis. Never mind, I'll do it. So, good morning, everybody. It is April the 3rd. Happy Easter. As usual, the most important thing that we must always remember is that the slaughterhouse of failure is not in our destiny. We shall persevere until we succeed. Or the slaughterhouse of failure is in our destiny if we quit. So I thought today what I'd like to do is I'd like to talk about um, the four rules of Ikigai because it applies directly to what we're doing. So Ikigai is Japanese way of being that I think is very, very positive and can help us all in our daily activities, how we think, and our mindset and everything. So the things that I want to talk about are the four rules of Ikigai are what you love, that's passion. What you're good at, that's vocation. What the world needs, it's our mission. And what you can be paid for, that's your profession. So, under those four subjects, passion, vocation, mission, and profession. And when I look at this and I say what you love, it's, and then I'm going to go through each one of these in a specific way so that I think we can try and get to some coherence for ourselves. So, for example, the first one is balance. Balance is very important because in the four rules, it's not just about passion or just about money. It's about finding the harmony between them. What makes it sustainable and fulfilling? So, for example, I look forward to Monday. That's my work. I look forward to Friday, not because I don't want to work, but because I want to look forward to my family time. You start to balance. Look forward to bonding with friends. I look forward to contributing and being part of the community. I look forward to exercise to help my body. I look forward to fulfilling my spiritual beliefs. So when you look forward to something with passion, it's a mindset that starts to live in the abundance. I love what I do because I'm making a difference. So ikigai it's a lifestyle. It's a mindset of how to live. It's a system of life. So just to give you an idea about the Japanese, and I've mentioned this before, and I periodically mention it because I think it's leading by example. After the World Cup soccer game in Europe, Japan played, I don't remember who, they played several, but anyway, but at each time a Japanese team was playing, the spectators, the Japanese spectators got up and they cleaned the garbage and the mess of the stadium. The spectators, the mess that every other nation left in the stadium. I mean, there is an example of leading by example of leading by example that what you do, even embracing the distasteful things, is part of a positive mindset.
Mm.
So I'd like to show a small movie. It's just a few minutes, which will explain it in better terms than I can. But I would like to just play this for a second. Oh, and it's not there. Okay. Bear with me. And we'll share screen. And we'll go to there. I had it all organized. And of course, it's not there now. So let me see where this is. Oh, dear. Hold on. Sorry. One second. It's just, I'll get it here in a second. So here it is. Share screen. Share screen. And can you see my screen? I'd like somebody to, hold on, turn up the volume. Let's start.
Yes.
Oh, there's nothing going on here. Whoops. Nothing here. I apologize. As always, I'm a little technologically challenged, but anyway, here we go. One second, if I find it. Here it is. Okay, so here it is. One second, and where's the sound? Here. Oh, shoot. Yeah.
Try making it bigger.
It is not happening here, so I will put this in the chat. Oh, I can't even do that. I can, I can't. Gee, seriously? Oof. Okay.
Improvement bill here. We all want to be happy.
Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Whoops. Hold on.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh dear. Where the hell did it go again?
I think it's sitting behind it.
Panic behind it, is it? No. No. Oh dear, I apologize. I had it so well organized and then nothing happens. Yeah.
But the majority of us have no idea
Here it is.
what to do.
Oh, I apologize. I had it done. It was
Hey,
so
Lawrence, if you tap, I think it's over by his shoulder, the picture. There's a little two lines that arrows that'll expand it for you.
thank you. Oh, you can see it?
Yes. Full screen.
Oh,
Excellent.
and can you hear it?
On making more.
Oh, and you can hear it too. Yay. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Here it is.
Improvement Bill here. We all want to be happy, but the majority of us have no idea what to do. Should we focus on making more money? Should we focus on pursuing our passions? Should we give up all of our material possessions and become a monk in the mountains? Everyone seems to have a different take on it. So in today's video, I'm going to give you a definite answer by showing you guys a proven formula that has actually been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. A formula for happiness. See, the Japanese have a concept called ikigai, which roughly translates into a reason for being. And in order for you to be happy, you need to spend your time doing something with ikigai. You need to have a purpose for being here. But this is easier said than done because there are 4 components that you need to check off in order to achieve ikigai. And without all 4, you will never truly be happy. The first component is that it needs to be something that you love. We all have things that make us feel good, things that make us stop thinking for short periods of time, to just be present and aware of what's happening right now in front of us. The more technical people will call this flow state, but the majority of us call it love. That's why so many of us enjoy the arts, drawing, dancing, singing, reading, because it takes us into this state of bliss where we feel good and are focused on the task in front of us. That's why some of us fall in love with one another, because being with that person allows us to forget about all the other problems in our lives, at least momentarily. I don't need to get into too much detail about this component because we know in our gut when we truly love to do something. It's a feeling that we humans all share. The second component for ikigai is a little bit more tricky. It needs to be something that the world needs. See, we've been hardwired to feel good when we know that we're needed in a community. Back in the day when we were hunters and gatherers, this was easy. Everyone played an important part. The cook was just as important as the hunter. The builder was just as important as the caretaker. Back then, whenever you put in work, you could see the immediate positive effect your efforts had on others. But this isn't the case nowadays. Most of us work in offices, being given small roles in a massive company, where even if we work our butts off, it's hard to see the positive effects our work has on the rest of the world. It feels like our work isn't really helping anyone. It feels like if we quit our job one day, no one would even care because, to be honest, nothing would change. You need to find something that the world needs, something that you can do that will create a visible, positive effect on those around you. The third component for ikigai is that it needs to be something that you can get paid well for. Now, I know, right out the gate, some of you are automatically going to say something like, oh, improvement pill. You don't need money in order to be happy, but let's be real. Money is what puts a roof over your head, food in your mouth, and clothes on your body. Without enough of it, you're going to
Go
spend
get
the
my red
majority
bag
of
and
your
then
time
take a shower.
stressed out of your mind, wondering how you're going to get by. And it's not enough to just be making some money. You need to be getting paid well enough to live a comfortable life. So it really depends on where you live. For example, you could live like a king off of 30,000 USD a year in some countries, but in a place like New York City, that would barely be enough to cover your rent. If you're not making enough money to live without stress, then you will never achieve happiness. The fourth and final component you need to have in order to achieve ikigai is that it needs to be something that you're good at. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to be born with talent. This actually means that you're able to put in the time and effort in order to get better at this skill. Let's say, for example, you want to become a motivational speaker. When you first get started, you're terrible. You have stage fright, you stutter a lot, you forget what you're supposed to say. But over time, as you practice more and more, you start to overcome these obstacles. You start getting applause from the audience. That's what it means to be good at something. Not to be good from the get-go, but to be able to overcome obstacles and improve at this skill. This overcoming of obstacles creates a very fulfilling feeling inside of you, which is why it's such a crucial component of ikigai. Now, the interesting thing about this Japanese formula is that you can tell where you are in life and what you need to work on by looking at the components you have so far. If all you have is something that you love and are good at, then you have what's called a passion. People who fall into this category are all the aspiring singers and aspiring artists. The main thing stopping you from being happy is the fact that you aren't getting paid enough for your skills. Nobody seems to notice your talent. If you find yourself in this category, then you need to focus on marketing yourself so that you can start getting paid well. On the other hand, if you have something that you love and you can see how the world needs it, then you have what's called a mission. A lot of people who fall into this category are the amateur bloggers and activists who talk about things like saving the planet or going vegan. These are people who want to see positive change in the world, but unfortunately, they aren't good enough at public speaking, persuasion, or writing to actually be able to convince people to join their cause. If you're in this category, then you need to focus on getting better at your craft, figuring out how to convince people instead of just stating your opinion loudly. Now, if you're someone who has something you get paid well for and are good at, then you have what most people in the world have, which is a profession. That boring 9-to-5 job that pays the bills. What's stopping you from happiness is the fact that you don't love your work or see how any of this can actually make a difference in the world. If you find yourself in this category, then you need to try out new things and figure out what it is that you truly love doing. And finally, if you get paid well and it's something that you know can help the world, then you have what's called a vocation. A good example of a vocation are professors. They get paid decently well and their job does have a positive effect on the world, right? They're raising the future generation. But they often fall into the bad habit of teaching the same things every single year, which stalls their improvement. If you find yourself in this category, the main thing you need to make sure you have is that you are constantly getting better at your job, constantly challenging yourself to improve. Remember, guys, in order to be truly happy with your life, you need to achieve ikigai. You need to be spending your time doing something that you love, that you can get better at, that pays well, and that the world needs. Without all four, you will always feel like you're missing something inside of you. One of the best resources out there that you can use.
So,
Spectacular, Lawrence.
thank you. So, do we have a vocation? Because that's the bottom line. If you've got all of the other things, then the vocation. So in order to achieve this state of, I'd like to call it a state of bliss. It's a state of peace of mind. It's a state where we are balanced, completely balanced, where the spoke of the wheel of life is balanced. So, you know, the, does your job fulfill you? Are you enjoying what you do? This is why I choose to do something as opposed to have to do something. I love the people I work with. I'm inspired by them. How can we work together to improve ourselves? I'm excited about the innovation and technology which we have. I'm excited about the unlimited potential. We have the option of really embracing new and amazing technology. We have something unique, exclusive, patented, no competition. I mean, seriously, think about what we've got. It's a complete blue ocean. Who can say that? So we're looking at even things like AI. And we're looking at the moment, we're looking and saying, wow, it's a great thing. But probably 30 or 40% of the population is going to be unemployed unless we adapt. And we've adopted AI into our technology to be able to have a more streamlined way of helping everybody with our prism. So the question then is, I'm married to my passion. Passion alone is not enough. The skills alone are not enough. We've got to master the craft to align it with what you love. It's a cohesion of all of these things. There's a lot to this that I want that I could discuss, but I'd like to hear opinions. If anybody's got anything they'd like to opine about, I'm happy to hear it. I've got a lot more stuff to talk about, but uh, for the one quick thing, and I've mentioned it many times, with this peace of mind and this happiness that we strive for, success is one thing, but it doesn't necessarily bring you happiness. For example, have an accountant who is does very well, loves, no, no, is very successful. And when I really got into it and I said, is this something you love? She said, no, I'm successful. I said, I understand that, but do you love it? Well, I would rather have been a forest ranger. And here she is in four walls, successfully being an accountant. So that's not where Ikigai is. We cannot be happy unless we fulfill all of the roles of what we've just looked at and what we see there. If you're a forest ranger, for example, and you love nature, that's one big step towards having that bliss in your mind. In our business, vocation, it fills every one of those points we were looking at. Our business can fulfill those. We can make money, we can help people, we can make a difference, we can do all of these different things. And this is where Ikigai is, where you have components that all gel to a harmony which gives us peace of mind. And it's all mindset. Any questions, any comments? Anybody would like to say something? Nothing? Okay, I'm going home.
I'll say something, Lawrence.
Okay.
Um, for me, when I first got started in this company, and it's going to be 2 years in August for me, it was a complete, I don't know, light in a dark tunnel that I had been in, and through these calls, through everything, it has transformed me into a much better person. Um, and I do believe that, you know, I may not have all the aspects 100% of Ikigai, but um, I'm getting there. And it's it's just been life changing for me. And I appreciate everything that you do.
Thank you. Thank you. It takes a village, as they say, to if we are unique, wonderful talents. Every one of us has unique, wonderful talents. And the strength lies in being able to share the positivity which we all bring. And it's important to avoid all of the negative things that surround us. So if we focus on, developing our skills, encouraging, mastering the craft to align it with what you love. I've got so much that I want to talk about. In fact, I'm going to make this part of another next Friday. I'll talk about the other half of it because there's still so much on this. But it's being able. What we're doing is we're mastering a skill. We're getting this. The end game is the vocation. That's what it is. On that drawing thing, it's the vocation where we've got the other components. And we are making a difference. Can you imagine if we have 10 million prisms between now and 2030? It's 3.5 years, 10 million prisms. How many millions and millions of people we can help with their consciousness about health? I mean, I spoke to somebody this week who has 350 clinics. It's a big deal. 600 employees. And he said, the money. And I said, look, I don't even want to talk about the money. I want to talk about the difference in the health that you're making. And he said, my God, people are always accusing me of only focusing on money. And you've just opened my eyes. It's the difference I'm making to the people that bring in the money. He said, you just opened my eyes. He's got 650 employees. And he started about the money. And I said, no, I don't want to hear about the money. I want to focus on what you do, the difference that you're making, the positive impact on the lives of the people around us. That's where it is. And the money is obviously going to come. That's not the priority, in my opinion. And I'm just saying, this guy who's, he's got a radio station, a TV station. He's got uh, 9, what do you call it, blog stations, and a huge guy. And he said, oh my God, you just pointed something out I didn't even think about it. Comments, please. Anybody?
Hey, Lawrence, good morning. This is Robin.
Robin, good morning, ma'am.
I love what you just said. So I really took that to heart. Even though I've been thinking that, with you just saying that, that really made an impact on me. So thank you.
Well, thank you. And thank you.
Lawrence,
Reinforcing.
I'd like to also say, just supporting what Robin was saying, I just love the focus on the difference of what you're making on others' lives by providing our services. I think that's really important because sometimes towards may get bundled up in trying to show a doctor how they can make more money, but this whole, just the way you've said that, it's like it just really is so impactful as far as, because we all know we're all products of the products. We know what this company can do for helping our health and sharing that with others, and having physicians understand that what we have is what they've been looking for and haven't been able to get it through the conventional medicine. And just proud to be part of this group.
Thank you. Service to others brings purpose. When it says what the world needs, roots ikigai in contribution. That's what we're doing. We're contributing. Purpose becomes deeper when we work positive impact, when we work with our work, positively impacts others, not just ourselves. Help get others get what they want and you'll get what you want. That's Zig Ziglar, I think.
It is.
So, each one of these little circles, there's a whole discussion on that. And that's why I wanted to just bring out part of it today.
This is very important stuff, Lawrence. I think that our culture and our education system tends to take us at a young age and say, okay, these are the things you're not good at. You need to work on making these better, completely disregarding the things for which you may have a great talent and a great ability. In other words, we are encouraged to compensate for our weaknesses, not emphasize and build our strengths. And I think that's a huge mistake, because when you think about the things within a society that are really memorable, we don't visit tombs of successful business people. We don't visit vast piles of money. We do visit art and beauty and music and things of that nature. And these are developed by people who have emphasized their strengths and followed their true passions and are living in this state of ikigai. And it may be in some cases that it is only later in their lives that they can make a living from it, or really get a refined, a good level of income. But nonetheless, it had remained their passion over an extended period. And I think that
Lost you. Lost Martin. He's, I don't know, we lost him. Okay. Well, thanks, Martin, but he was onto something there too. And that is where we all have something of interest. Oh, he's coming back. Where is he? Hello, Martin, we lost you for a second. Are you back?
I am. No, what I was going to try and finish by saying is, if we spend our lives emphasizing the things that we can do very well, for which we have a talent, and that we bring that to people, your talent is clearly helping people see things in different ways. You are an extraordinary teacher. And you are somebody whose personal philosophy really has enabled you to reach a stage, I think, of ikigai, in the sense that you have this meaning behind your life. It's very clear in you that your values are such that you can really live them extremely well through this business. And that's a very powerful thing.
Thank you. Thank you, Martin. The thing is, imagine now that we go through life chasing rainbows and we think money is the answer. We think time is the answer. We think, uh, so we focus on, oh, I want more time. Okay, what you going to do with that time? I want more money. All right, what you going to do with that money? So it's about when you achieve these little steps in life, the results have to be something that will fulfill you. You know, if you've already got the clothing, the bed, the head, the house, the home, the what do you call it, the what you need, a car, a house, and food and all that. You've got all the things that you need, then then it's not enough, in my opinion, to sit back and just say, well, I got it all. I'm just going to put up my feet and watch TV. I think it's important to look and see on that ikigai. Can I bring something more? Can I help people? Can I do something? Can I make a difference? The purpose. That's why I say the service to other brings purpose. What the world needs. We've got what the world needs with our science, technology, and innovation. That's our contribution. But we've got to be the vehicle. We've got to be the drivers of that technology to be able to efficiently bring it to people to understand the impact which we'll have. Imagine if we could reduce the cost of healthcare. We can. How? Because this is a sick care industry. And with what we have, with the 10 million prisons that we'll have, the nutritional monitors, healthcare monitors, in 3 years, 10 million of them. My gosh, we can actually help to contribute to lowering the cost of healthcare. Example. That's a mission. It's a big thing to look at. But we can if we have the vocation to do these things. If we have the vision
Law-
to know that nothing's impossible.
Lawrence,
Yes. Who's this?
can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
This is
Yeah.
Jim.
Hey, Jim.
It's this is a great topic this morning, and I don't want to diminish it with this term, but it just came to mind, and it seems like the term is attraction marketing, and you think about it. Are we out there with the highest level of confidence in the balance of ikigai that we are representing something that's of great importance to others in a manner that makes them really want to listen to us? Or are we just trying to push, push, push? And I think that when we can all work on ourselves and accomplish this term you call ikigai, we're going to go out there with great confidence, and we're going to be able to express it in a manner that is going to attract them. They're going to wonder, what is it this person has? And it would be ikigai. Not suggesting I'm there, but it is certainly something worthy of pursuing.
Well, Jim, that's the difference between selling and people buying. If you're selling, you're
Right.
trying to sell something, whereas if you've got something, people want to buy. That's it. People want something that they find is useful for them, and they'll come to you. So, so that's the attraction. The attraction is we've got something, and then we've got to have the posture. We've got to have the confidence and the self-esteem to be able to impart that information in a way which will make people say, "My gosh, I want that." For example,
Right.
they want, if you're healthy, people want to emulate what you're doing. When you scan on a biomarker and you scan on, say, the prison, and you're at 1,000, people immediately say, "What are you doing? I want to do that. I want the same." If you scan 150 or in the red, people say, "Oh my God, well, I'm going to be staying there." So you lead by example. You lead by the empathy, by feeling how the other people, but by anyway, I'm getting down a rabbit hole, but by imparting empathy, but it attracts people to what you have. So they're buying from you rather than you trying to sell.
You know, you can have the 850 scan score, 850 scan score, and that may or may not make the difference on whether they'd have any interest in it at all. And it all has to do with your posture.
Yes, exactly. 100%. Posture. Posture is something that I call it swagger. It's what you feel. If you feel good, that vibe will resonate with the people you're talking to. Your body language, how you stand, that's what I was saying. Scott Bennett does his calls standing up. And
You know, a
when you
lot of it
talk to
is,
people,
oh, sorry.
go ahead, go ahead.
No, a lot of people, you can get out there and show them the 80 studies and all of this, or you can internalize all that into your mindset, into who you are. And I know this may sound crazy, but if you internalize all of that knowledge in your feeling and emotion, and then you work on your skill set to convey this in a manner that attracts others, you're going to be much more successful at your vocation, right? It's your vocations.
Dale Carnegie, how to influence people, Dale Carnegie was talking about that. And it was about communication. And in the communication, you've got to have a very firm mindset about who you are. So I always ask the questions, who are you? Tell me who you are in 5 words. Because if you know who you are, you'll be able to understand who you're talking to in a better way if you understand who you are. Anyway, we can do this, continue this, and I've got a whole bunch of other stuff that goes with this Ikigai. Next Friday we can, if you'd like to expound a bit on that. We're over time a little bit. I appreciate your help, your being on the call. I'm quite happy to be here. Does anybody have anything else you want to add?
Thank you, Lawrence. Yes, we're over time. Yes, there's many things to add, but that would be in weeks to come. But thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Dr. Jim. Thank you,
Can you
sir.
share, Lawrence? Sorry,
Yes. Can I share what?
the video of
Yes.
Ikigai?
Yes, of course I can. I try to copy it, and yeah, let me see if I can copy it here in a minute. 1 second. Now you're getting to. Hold on. Here we go. Let me see. Oh, I can. I'm a bloody genius. Hold on. Here we go. Technologically advancing. Technologically advancing.
It's all about baby steps, Lawrence.
Well, mine are embryo steps, but I'm getting there. Okay.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. So everyone, okay, and here it is. And here it is. And reset. And paste. And done. That's where one of the places, I mean, there's a lot of stuff on Ikigai, but that's just where I got that one from. And then, of course, I put my own spin on it.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate
Thank you,
you being
Lawrence.
on. Thanks for your help. Blessings to everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Wonderful call.
Thank
Very
you.
thought-provoking.
Blessings. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Lawrence.
Happy Easter.
Thank you, and to you.
Happy Easter. And to you.